listening to Rockin' Country Radio, today's hottest country and more. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Rockin' Country Radio. I'm your host, DJ Delta Dawn. So glad to have you here. So glad to be here, and I hope that your week so far is started off to a great start, as well as today. And we're in the middle of summer. I don't know about you, but it's kind of like I've got summeritis. I just kind of want to be away from work and just taking this time of year off, just because there's so much to do outdoors, and so much to partake in. So I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you're having a great summer and all is well. And tonight we are especially excited to be here because our guest, we've been promoting and playing her single on our show for a little while now. It's been getting a lot of great feedback, and it's one of my personal favorites as well. And before I bring her on, I want to give you a little background on who she is. Because she is definitely a talent watch and is one that we're going to be hearing more and more from as time goes on. She is a brand new charming sensation to the country music scene that promises a powerhouse in country music, and no doubt when you hear her song a little bit later in the show, you will definitely agree with that. There's nothing fake about her, and she is full of life, passion, and has a hankering for adventure. And you can really hear that coming through on the single that she has out right now. She has done a lot of great things in the world of country music already. And once she decided to pursue her dream of performing and writing country music, things just kind of started taking off and falling into place. And she has already been blessed to sing backstage with artists Randy Houser, Thomas Rhett, Lauren Elenia, and Phil Vassar, just to name a few. Great experience there, and we'll be talking about those experiences. And but she's not new to country in the fact that her roots for country music run very deep, and if you've ever been to visit her website, you see a magnificent horse on site with her, and which is her horse, and called Little Bit. So we will be talking with her about that. But I am so excited to welcome to our show tonight, Laura Ashley. Hello, Laura.
Well, hey there. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just really honored to be here today. Thank you so much.
Well, we are honored to have you, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and life to chat with us for a few minutes about your career and your music. I tell you, as I was talking to you before we went live, I absolutely love your song, Don't Fence Me In. It's one of my favorites for the summer, and it's just such a great song. Congratulations on the success of the single. I think it's based on what we're hearing, we're getting lots of great feedback on it. But what kind of feedback have you been getting out there on the road?
Well, thankfully, it's been some really positive feedback, and it's kind of gone over better than expected. I'm just with some of the more the online stations, I'm getting a lot of good feedback, and it was just a really fun song to write, and it's just kind of neat to see success in something that you just love doing, and it doesn't feel like work and it doesn't feel like business. So I'm just really happy with how it's going over.
Yeah, and I thought the title of the song was aptly named, considering your love of horses and your experience there. Don't Fence Me In, because ride a horse. And I've never actually ridden a horse, but from what I understand, those who have, they say it's such a freeing feeling to be on a horse, and so the song title just seemed to fit you perfectly.
Oh, absolutely. That's kind of where the inspiration came from. I just kind of grew up on horses, and in particular Little Bit, who's all over my website, as you've seen.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, she's a horse that I actually don't have to keep fenced in. I can let her go, and she's still loyal. But absolutely, it's just that not ever wanting to be caged in by life, but just really trying to experience life in its freest sense. And so the song just kind of says, to anyone who's trying to fence you in, hey, back off, buddy. You got to be careful here, because we know
exactly. Yes, and I love the meaning behind the song. It could be a real true anthem for a lot of women, young women out there for sure. kind of back up a little bit because I know that country music, as I was saying in the intro, it runs very deep in your blood. And talk a little bit about your background and who some of your biggest musical influences have been.
Oh, sure. Well, actually, starting off, I studied classical music, and I got a lot of joy out of that, but my heart and soul wasn't in that. I grew up listening to country music, and I was that shower singer, and anytime I was driving, had the windows down, totally just belting at the country, and that's where I found my greatest freedom. And so I didn't really believe that this was something I could pursue, though, but it kind of took a couple people believing in me, and then I started to believe, hey, maybe this is something I could do. I didn't really think I had the voice for it. I didn't think I really had the talent for it. But I was just, thankfully, I had a few believers on my side and helped me to pursue that. But, country music has just been in my heart and soul just as long as I can remember, and it's that genre of music that frees me the most. I love all kinds of music and have a great respect for all of them, but country music for me, it just fit my life most perfectly and just really gave me such a great freedom.
Well, and it seems to agree with you, no doubt. Just, in the song "Don't Fence Me In," you really have a voice for it, and as far as the writing aspect, it all seems to gel and come together just beautifully. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about this song because we've gotten a lot of requests for it on our show, and we've been playing it a lot on our weekly show, and people just really seem not only to enjoy the song itself, but it's a song I think that a lot of people can identify with. So you pursued the right genre of music, no doubt, I do believe.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, talk a little bit about some of the experiences that you've had. Now, as I mentioned in the opening, you have had the opportunity to sing with some of country's greatest artists, Randy Houser, Thomas Rhett, Lauren Elenia, and Phil Vassar, to name a few, and talk about how you were able to sing with those folks.
Oh, okay. Well, that was really, really fun. I've just been an avid concert goer, and I kind of jump at any opportunity I can to see some live country music. I love it so much. And for that particular instance, I was just at a country concert and ended up making some friends that were around me, and just one of them offered me backstage passes, and one thing kind of led to the next, and before I knew it, I was with Lauren and Phil and Randy, and we all just ended up kind of having a mini jam session back there. And that was really, really fun. And for me, like, my faith's really important, so I just kind of pray and say, hey, God, where do you want me to go with this? And with country music, it just really seems that he's been guiding me from A to B to C. And I've got some exciting things coming up. I'm hoping to finish an EP by the end of the year. And I just most recently got a band together, and we'll be having my biggest show in September, and there could be up to 6,000 people there. They haven't announced who I'm opening for, but I'm really thrilled with how things are going, and I just feel really blessed about it.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be like a major twist of fate. As I'm listening to you share that, and thank you, by the way, I'm thinking, who in their right mind would offer backstage passes to someone at a concert? I mean, especially when those are so hard to come by. So I'm thinking that is a real hand of fate there, that divine intervention, if you will, that just orchestrated those events to put you backstage. And, man, what an opportunity for you to be able to perform with those artists just on the fly. I mean, were you nervous at all? Because you were obviously there to see them in concert. So, and with no prior expectation of ever thinking that you would be backstage jamming with them, after the fact.
Yes, I was most certainly nervous. I think I was shaking in my boots a little bit. But once we got warmed up, it was just really fun. They're all great artists and just had a great advice and just really nice, down-to-earth people. So it was just really such a joy. And like you said, backstage passes are so hard to come by. I know I'd be scared grabbing one of those people fight over those things. So I was just really fortunate to get back there.
That was indeed like just an unexpected opportunity, and I'm glad you took it and ran with it. That is so awesome. Well, it sounds like, you've got some great things in the works, and, that's the thing when just because you had that opportunity, you don't know what doors may open as a result of, the impact that you made on those major artists, because obviously to be able to jam with them, they saw something in you that inspired them. And 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 the thing that always inspires me about musicians is that I think, especially country music artists, they always remember where they came from. And so, anytime there's a new aspiring artist or an indie artist out there that's really trying to let their music be heard and go somewhere, it's amazing how they will extend their hand and just really reach out and kind of pull you along and help you learn the ropes of the business. And
Right.
and there's so much camaraderie. I mean, there's so much collaboration that's going on in country music right now that I think a lot of doors have been open, for artists like yourself by virtue of just being in the right place at the right time.
Oh, absolutely. I love how open country musicians are, and especially songwriters in particular. It's just, you can meet them 5 minutes never knowing them before and just walk away feeling like you have a great, new friend after you meet with them.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how it's not a cruel competitive, more camaraderie and more just trying to help your brothers and sisters in music out. And I absolutely love that aspect. I had a little Twitter conversation with Maddie and Tay yesterday, and they're breaking into radio, and I'm just really proud of them. And they're just saying, hey, we got to stick together. And I really believe that. And so I'm honored to be around such incredible people. So it's been a blast every minute.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have to share a story with you. This is a great inspiration, I think, for anyone who's really looking to kind of advance in the music business. But I was talking with Adam Sanders recently, and he is really good friends with Cole Swindell. And they used to do back in the day before Cole and the guys from Florida Georgia Line and a few others, Dustin Lynch, to name a few, they would all get together before they were all well-known and signed to major record labels. They would get together over at Cole's house and just have a jam session, and they called it Saturday Song Day. And they would get together and collaborate and write and just play songs for each other and bounce ideas off. All is fun. And they would talk about, the Luke Bryans and the Jason Aldeans, who had made it. And never, Adam said at that time, they never, ever realized they would one day be right there doing what they love in front of thousands and millions of people. And it was just a dream at that time. And that's just been a few short years ago. And, and so they sit back now and they talk about that, how that just seemed like it was yesterday. And things have kind of snowballed since for all of them. And that is really exciting because I think any aspiring artist, that's a great story to share, because at one point they all were sitting there, in the same spot, thinking about, how cool it would be to be opening for, somebody like a Jason Aldean, or, so that really gives every artist something to really look forward to, because it is a real possibility. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it, but, you spoke of Maddie and Tay. I mean, they've kind of been doing their thing for a little while, and now they're getting their break. And the thing is, another thing that I'm finding out, not only has social media been such a great way for artists like yourself to get your music out there, but fan bases are now reaching out to Sirius XM's The Highway and some of these major music outlets that are really pushing and saying, hey, you need to be listening to our favorite artist's music and this song, and it's opening their eyes and it's getting attention for sure.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I was shocked, when I first made, an artist Twitter account, just how much collaboration and networking came from that. And that's been a huge help. So I couldn't agree more. It's been wonderful.
Oh, it is unbelievable how things kind of blow up on social media, especially if you put something out there that the fans really like, they're going to retweet it, especially on Twitter. I think Twitter is the best medium right now. Facebook is great and it has its purpose, but for me, I think Twitter is the best medium for music artists because of all the networking that takes place just in what I see on a daily basis. And the fans really gravitate to it, and they love to follow their favorites on Twitter. So it's a great, I think it's just it's the place to be for artists in this day and time. So you mentioned that you're going to have an EP coming out in the fall, and which I think is awesome. And how many songs do you anticipate you'll have on this?
My hope is to have around 7 songs, so I still need to do some more writing to get them all done and to do some picking and choosing. But once this concert's through in September, I really hope to get rolling on that EP, so I'm excited.
Yes, that will be excited. And are you going to be collaborating with anyone on the songwriting for the EP, or is it strictly going to be you solo, writing all the songs on your own?
Well, my hope is that there will be some collaboration, but at the same time, I'd still like to promote a few just solo written singles on there as well.
Well, I tell you what, if the song, Don't Fence Me In is any indication of what we can look forward to come, I know it's going to be a great EP, and definitely something to look forward to. And you also mentioned that you've got the big show coming up in September. Do you have any other shows lined up?
Really, I just have small things in between until then. I've got a couple of voice competitions as well. I've got to follow up on and some finals for that. But really, that's going to take the most of my concentration for this summer. Will be that September show.
Well, I tell you, and it's coming fast. Summer is coming and going quick. I mean, we're already, in late July, and it seems like it just started. And so it will be here before you know it, and we'll be having that EP before you know it as well. Now, are you gonna go to Nashville and record that, or what are your plans for production and recording?
Well, it actually might be a little collaboration between Nashville, and I have a wonderful producer here in Missouri, so I might do a little bit of splitting to do a little bit done in Nashville and then a little bit done here as well, and just kind of put it all together.
Well, hey, that's okay. As long as it comes out, that's all the fans really want, is to know that, hey, we wanted you to just get it out so we can hear it, and I think we won't care where you record it. That's a good thing. So, well, it sounds like the rest of your 2014 is really going to be busy, and you've got a lot, on tap, which is all very exciting, which I think is going to be a great lead into 2018 as you go forward. And there is one thing I did want to ask you, and that is for the EP. You've got about 7 songs planned, but do you have any plans kind of beyond that to maybe make a video to any of the songs, or is any of that kind of in the thought process on the table right now?
Yeah. I've actually been talking with a videographer about getting something done about Don't Fence Me In. Now, I don't have any dates planned yet, but if I was to do a video, Don't Fence Me In will be the first one that I get one done. Following the EP, that's most likely what will happen next.
Well, that was something I was going to add, and I can only assume that Don't Fence Me In will be on the EP.
Yes, ma'am, you got that.
Oh, yay! Well, I was hoping. I mean, you beat me to the punch because I was going to ask you if there would be a video forthcoming for Don't Fence Me In, because it's such a great song and it needs a video. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, even if you don't do anything but have a videographer there at your September show, videotaping you singing the song with the big crowd and everything. I mean, just to get it out, because I think the visual aspect of that song would really drive up the listener base, especially if you upload it to Vimeo or YouTube or one of those places. I just think it would get so many hits, it would be crazy, So we'll look forward to that as well.
I'll get that done for you.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I tell you, Laurie, I'm really excited for you and what's to come. I mean, you're a phenomenal singer-songwriter, and I absolutely love your music, and so I'm really stoked about the EP that's going to be coming out soon. And just know, whatever we can do to help you promote it, get the word out about it, please keep us in the loop, and we're happy to do that for you.
Oh, absolutely. I just can't thank you enough. I really appreciate everything you've done for me and helped me out so much already.
Oh, well, you're very welcome, and we definitely look forward to the EP. So please keep us posted when it's about to release. Have you back on and play some cuts off of that so the listening audience can get a real feel for what it's going to be like. And then in the meantime, if we can promote you any way we need to, or you need us to, just let us know.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Laura, and thank you for your time this evening, and I'm sure we will be in touch very soon.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks so much.
All right. Take care. Have a great evening.
You too.
All righty. Bye-bye. She is such a sweetheart. We've been speaking with Laura Ashley, and if you would like to check her out on social media, first of all, go visit her website, lauraashleymusic.com, and I tell you, you will be able to see that beautiful horse she has her plastered all over her website, and the scenery, just the photography is unbelievable. So go check it out. And also on Twitter, you can find her at 3 Laura Ashley, and if on Facebook, she is simply Laura Ashley Heath. Just go there and like her page, and you'll be able to keep up with her and everything that's going on, and especially when I'm sure she'll announce when she's getting ready to release that EP, and keep everyone, updated as to the progress of that. But we will also be releasing that information and have that up on our website as soon as it becomes available. So we have so enjoyed our chat this evening with Laura Ashley, and hope that you did too. And before we close our show, we're going to play that hit single from her called Don't Fence Me In. And if you love the song, please go to iTunes and buy it. It's available there. And believe me, she is an independent artist, so she is not backed by a major record label. And your support is what helps her be able to put out more music and make videos and make this upcoming EP. So definitely, if you like it, it is one that you will like, trust me, and you'll want to add that to your collection. So that is going to wrap our show for this evening, but we will be back again tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., same time, same place, with another great indie artist guest, and we definitely look forward to that. Thank you so much for being here. If you're brand new to our show, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you, and thank you for joining us. And as we close, we're going to play Laura Ashley, Don't Fence Me In. Have a great night all. Take care, and good night. Rockin' Country Radio on the web. Find us at rockincountryradio.com, on Twitter at rockin_CTRY, and on Facebook at Rockin' Country Radio.